say anything that I'm not completely sure of.
That's fair. Basically, they want to get to 4-1 to put themselves in a great position to make it to that bracket. As we get going,
So most likely standard play, unless they really feel like it. I'm assuming they're both going to head straight into Link to the Past. There isn't much in Super Metroid they can do without the Morph Ball. So yep, they're both doing that.
yeah, like I said, it's pretty standard. You could make the gamble, go down and see if you find something interesting at the morph ball, but nope, they're both just gonna go vanilla here, and we see a fighter sword on the island.
Wait, did we just pick this seed from the festive mode seed that we just had earlier? Also, we got the Ether at Sanctuary and Spazer Beam at Link's house.
Yeah, Spazer is one of those items not really required for anything, but this early in the seed, you will definitely take it for that extra firepower.
Yes, yes. I mean, you only have the starter beam right now, so Space is pretty good at the early going. Of course, most people prefer Plasma. Again, it's what you have. Let's see. Hitaka is doing the hula hand play. That's a good idea, considering that money's kind of starved at the beginning. And Asder's gonna go check out Lumberjack.
Yo, he finds that there's some red rupees from the bush crab. That's nice knowledge for doing some early rupee hunting. Unfortunately, that kind of makes Hitaka's play a little less valuable. As azder checks in the lumberjack, we just see a 50 rupee drop there. Won't be needing Aga for that.
Yeah. No. Oh, go ahead.
Probably see him do some more rupee farming here since he knows those red rupees are there.
He doesn't pick up all the... Ooh, hookshot on the mushroom.
Very nice find. Doesn't open anything right away, but will once he has that glove.
Meanwhile, Hitaka's doing a blind maze run. See if there's anything there.
Energy tank, you could use those early again because you need at least 3 of those to finish the game.
Yes, the vaunted 3 tank any percent run. It's vaunted also shoot, I can't get the right word. Never mind. So we got arrows at Bacca Tavern. Bottle vendor didn't have much either.
Yeah, we've seen them both do the standard Kakariko play. Empty this out. Asder had to do some. Had to buy some bombs. Oh, there's our first power bombs, which is a very good find because once you do get that morph ball, you can actually bomb some stuff.
Also do a couple of little bomb jumps, just the really small ones, just in case you don't find the main bombs. Hitaka also had to buy bombs because he only did the one bomb farm in front of Haunted Grove.
So we're seeing the play into the well, some more power bombs, piece of heart, and the ice beam.
Well, that's a nice find. Adds to the Spazer beam that they just have now, plus freeze enemies. You may see them turn it off though, because if they don't need to freeze enemies, it takes a couple more shots to kill them.
Yeah, that's a fair play because there's some enemies you can kill with one shot, but if you have the ice beam on, you'll need two. We've got flippers, some arrows, another sword, and an energy tank. And we did get a quick map check. I think I saw pendants at deserts. I guess there was crystals at Hera and Eastern, with one being a red crystal.
That might have been Eastern. That was the red one because I did see the number 5. So Azder's gonna skip library and maze check for now. It's gonna head straight to South Shore.
Ooh, high jump boots. That's definitely a nice find.
Yep, we got some Air Jordans for Samus when they go back to Super Metroid.
Just some arrows in the moat area. Azder's gonna go farm some more red rupees. Now the thing of the crab is that the 7th drop is always different. So that's why you saw an 8th bomb drop come out there.
I was about to say, because that was kind of interesting.
And I think he's gonna plan to go to Zora right away.
Yeah, this is a fair play. He has a flipper, so he might as well just get all the rupees he can and go for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. With the flipper, Zora is in logic.
Yep, Zora, Waterfall Fairy, Hobo, all in logic very early, and we don't have to worry about the fake flipper glitch.
We're getting our check of Mini Moldorm Cave. I think that was the ice rod. Kind of hard to make out the top of that.
Yeah, I think that was the ice rod as well. We'll see when he menus out, because it looked pretty blue to me.
And he's going straight for Zora as Hitaka did his lumberjack check.
Yeah, kind of a little bit surprised he's not checking Hobo and or Ice Rod Cave, but it is a bit of a far walk and swim for both.
So Azder, despite farming that bush crab, is near 1,000 rupees now. Money's not going to be a problem in this seed.
Yeah, he's completely set for the rest of the seed, even for a few potions.
Alright, we're going to see King Zora. Scam or good item today? Oh, potentially good item. That gives us access to at least enter deserts. Do not have means to clear it yet, but we can at least go get potentially 2-3 items over there.
Yeah, I don't see him going forward right now without a fire source, or the boots for that matter, because unless it's like the very last thing you do. So he's gonna check out Hyrule Castle, check the Uncle Cave, and the back of the front escape, excuse me. Uncle only had 20 rupees. I guess he was gonna try to bribe the guards. I don't know.
Potentially. Azder stunned those. Didn't kill them. He might have killed one earlier. Let's see if he was going to check the stun prize. For anyone who's not familiar, every enemy that you kill while stunned in Link to the Past will have the same drop. So a lot of runners will try to kill an enemy early that's stunned just to see what they drop. Meanwhile, Hitaka is going for Ice Rod Cave. I believe Azder skipped this.
Yes, he did. He just went straight to Zora. He just worried about the 3 prizes. Sorry, 4 treasures there, not the loose ones.
And Azder is grabbing the key. He's going to go to the back. He doesn't have the lamp, so this is out of sequence. But he's going to go to the back, and he might find some good items back there. Now, Hitaka only found a piece of heart at the Ice Rod Cave. Let's see if he elects to check Hobo. You know, Azder's come on these dark rooms. These can be a little tough. Mostly the key rat in the last one he has to get. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off there.
That's fine. I'm just thinking this is kind of an interesting play. I know that the logic is such that it would take into account crazy plays like this in terms of the key logic, so I'm kind of surprised that he's doing this. Meanwhile, Hitaka found the half magic on the hobo, so that might... I don't know how much Azder cares about the half magic. Ooh, he takes a death.
Yeah, that's a tough sequence to try to get through with only 3 hearts and green mail. He's going to try it again, it looks like. Yeah, he needs to basically navigate these rooms, get to the door, unlock it. Then he has to go through a few more rooms, get to the room with the key rats, kill the key rats, and which usually is in a set position, but if you don't kill it quick, that key rat gets away, and it's a really hard thing to find. And then you can get to the back. And the problem is there's a lot of enemies down here. While they don't hit hard, there's a lot. So they can easily whittle down your HP. And as you were mentioning, yes, there's the key. Basically, key logic here is that basically the in the dungeon area, the small key can't be in either of those last 2 chests, and that preventing soft locks.
Yeah, because as I said, the developers think of everything and realize that people can do some really crazy stunts, just like Azder's doing right now.
Well, he's through the dark rooms. Let's see if this pays off. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a death right after this, just to get back to the front. Unfortunately, did not really pay off. But that bottle does open one location.
Yep, a trip to Sick Kid is in their future.
Yeah, Azder's trying to kill himself, but he's got a little too much health. I think the rat damaged him. He gained iframes that stopped him from taking the bomb blast.
I guess you could say, "Ah, rats." Okay, never mind.
Alright, so now he's going back to the front. We'll see if either of these other 2 chests yield anything.
So, Do you think he'll do a death warp here and then head straight to Sahasrara and possibly Eastern?
If he goes to Sahasrara in Eastern, he'll likely just save and quit. That's a little faster. We got a different colored boomerang in the vanilla boomerang location.
I guess you can call that French vanilla. Sort of, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. And so Asder's gonna just do 8 sword slashes. Hitaka is gonna do guard stress. 2 hits with the guard and it's down.
Okay, now that's something you don't see every day. Using ether and throwing the guards.
Well, actually, he used the ice rod, but yeah, Ether would have done about the same.
Oh, right.
So I think Asder is gonna buy. Oh, he's not gonna buy bombs. He's going to check Hobo now. And he might go from here to the eastern area. Hitaka is going to use that book and check out deserts.
Yeah, check out desert, check out Agina, see what the desert ledge is. Hopefully it'll be something good. Maybe they'll get the boots and desert and they can, and maybe a fire source as well.
As much as you like to hold off dungeons to do them in one clear, sometimes early game you just gotta follow the breadcrumbs.
And it looks like Asder is doing the same. Neither person doing Eastern check yet.
At this point for these runners, it's basically which dungeon do you want to go for? Because in either case you can't clear it. It's either you go for the Sphere 1 Eastern play, or you follow the breadcrumb and go to desert.
So nothing at Agina or the ledge. Let's see what desert has for us. Hopefully it won't be dry in terms of items.
So for desert, there's one chest we'll check right away. If there's a key, you can keep going. If there is an item, this is boots locked. Basically, regardless, if there's a key on the torch, this is boots locked. If there's no key on the torch, it's not boots locked.
It's always funny hook shotting that antline, kicking him out. Oh, and you're right, there's they got the first key, so they can't check right side right now.
We're gonna see if this is boots locked. It is boots locked. But we can get to the right side and see what 2 items are over there. Could be just the map and compass, could be the 2 dungeon items. We'll find out in a minute.
Map and compass are the dungeon items. I think you meant the other treasures.
Yeah, that kind of came out a little wrong. Well, there's a compass, so 66% chance that maybe they'll find one of the items here. Nope. So for now, that book was a red herring.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna come back here until it's like their last check because it's a pendant dungeon. They don't want to go to. They don't want to bother with it until they have the boots. Check the big chest and beat Lambo.
Yeah, we'll see. That book still might be required to finish Desert. We don't know where Flute is, and since this is a SMZ3 seed, it is not necessarily required to get the Flute to beat the seed. And also, we don't know where the mirror is.
Yes, in this game, the flute only in the vanilla game. Oh, we got the cane, the red cane. Back to Sahasra. Anyway, back to my point. In the vanilla game, the flute only hard locks the Mire. In this combo randomizer, you can get to Mire via the um, lower Norfair portal just above Screw Attack location.
Yeah. So the only thing you really need to get into Desert is the mirror. So we'll find out later if that book does have some use. But both these runners basically have done the same checks, with the exception of Azder checking the back of Escape. And they're both kind of close together as they go into Eastern.
Well, you gotta think there's gotta be something here, because this is pretty item starved right now. Like, what can we check after this? Maybe Gauntlet and SM, and the Blueprint Star.
Well, there is the sick kid because Azder has that bottle, but that is out of sequence.
Yeah, he might not think about that as progression until he has the lamp, but considering I already did the out of sequence play, we'll see.
I think Morph Ball is the only spot in SM. Oh, that opens some stuff, I think.
Yes, Speed Booster helps open up a little bit more of criteria and get you to Green Brit, but after that, you still need Morph Ball.
But yeah, it does open up a few locations in Super Metroid that might push them back there if they don't find anything else in Eastern. I think Azder thought about taking that speed booster and leaving, but he's going to keep going. And that's it for items in Logic in Eastern, but that you can get to one more item if you go through the Stark Room. A 50-50 chance you'll get an item. Could be the map.
Yeah, the two dark rooms are pretty easy, so most runners know how to do this. Um, it's just mainly looking for the switch, looking for the pot. With hookshot, it makes it a little easier. You can hook the pot, as you see Hitaka do.
Now, they are going to have to be a little careful, especially Hitaka. In this next room, there's usually a damage boost used with some iframes to hit this switch without killing the enemies. If you do it right, you can do it with a heart and a half, but if Hitaka takes any extra hits, he's going to get knocked off here. Or maybe he's just going to kill everything.
Yeah, he's realized it's not worth the hassle with that low health. He's gonna play it safe.
And there's our fire rod. So that's out of sequence, but that most likely will be needed. And both did do hard resets after that and are going into Super Metroid.
So that's a fire-locked fire rod, logically. Where the heck is this lamp?
Might be early in Super Metroid. We'll find out. But yeah, as I said, the Speed Booster does unlock a few locations, but not a lot by itself. Oh, okay, there's the Morph Ball.
So that Eastern play was pretty much required to get to speed so you can get to the Morph Ball.
Now, Hitaka's having a little trouble setting this up. This is a short one to charge on, but this is in the normal logic.
Yeah, he was doing, I think it was called a pseudo screw of sorts, as I recall. No, wait, that's what charge beam. I take that back.
And these runners are diverging a bit as they go in. There was a coin down there. I couldn't see which one. He ran by it pretty quick.
I think that was bombs, just based off the shit I did see, but I'm not sure. Okay, so Taka checking out criteria power bomb, only getting big 20 as they're finding up the bombs and another E-tanks, plus the reserve tank in early supers. This is early supers, right?
Yeah. And Hitaka is going for the gauntlets. I believe with 10 power bombs, this isn't logic. I say 10 power bombs plus the speed booster.
Three tanks shouldn't be a problem, but the acid still takes off a lot of damage. I mean, like, just like a couple frames that took out about 5 health of Hitaka just now. So Gauntlet's not worth. Azder did check the back of Gauntlet, so there's only 2 big 20s there, and Ataka's gonna find out that with that missile pack, it's not gonna be what he's looking for.
Oh, Hitaka couldn't get quite through. It takes a death. That might have been intentional. I'm not sure. I don't think he lost much progress though.
Yeah, all he has to do is just go back to Terminator to get the morph ball.
Oh, Azder finds the hammer.
That should open up. Actually, that doesn't open up anything yet.
Yeah, it doesn't. We still need We still need at least one glove and Moon Pearl for Darkhold access and Link to the Past. So yeah, that hammer really doesn't open anything right now.
And maybe mirrors if they want to get to Hera and the light side.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm wrong. Hammer does open up Hera. Oh, but no, sorry, they don't have Power Glove. They still need a Power Glove.
Right, Power Glove or Flute just to get up to Death Mountain.
I think we can see Azder try to get to Wave Beam.
Well, this is the Wave Gate glitch, not the Wave Beam.
Oh yeah, Wave Gate glitch, sorry.
He did it in 2 shots, not bad. Plus with the high jump boots, it makes it a lot easier. Okay, my Canadian's coming out. I usually don't make that mistake.
Oh, and sorry, actually, chat's correcting me. Because they do this with Morph Ball, they have access to Upper Norfair. So that does actually put Hera into logic. And there's her lamp, which puts a lot of other stuff into logic.
Yep, it puts back the bottle and the fire rod into logic.
And Azder does a charge or shine spark there that is in logic, even though you don't have the gravity suits, because you have enough space up above there to set up the spark.
Too bad it's only a 10 bomb capacity upgrade, but beggars can't be choosers. So we'll just go through the portals in this game. So there's one, the aforementioned the Light Death Mountain that goes to Upper Norfair. There's the criteria 1 that goes to the I think it was the fortune teller at near Lake Hylia, Lake World. There's a Meridia portal. I think it's like a missile room or a map room just underneath Dragon that goes to Dark World, Ice Rod Cave, and finally we have the Lower Norfair one just above Screw Attack that goes to Mire.
Yeah, that also that puts some things in logic that usually wouldn't be in a standard Link to the Past or Super Metroid run, but it's something you have to keep in mind as you go through this game. And actually, wouldn't surprise me once they get down to Upper Norfair to go back to Light World or back to Link to the Past. Check Death Mountain because there's a lot of items you can get quick up there. But I think we'll see Azder, and once Hitaka gets down there, they'll probably both go for Kraid first.
Yeah, Kraid's on the way there, and it's just a dead end, so might as well go for that first. Azder still hasn't activated his Spazer just yet. Hitaka did that pretty early on. Actually, I wonder if, because after that death, have Hitaka remembered to turn it back on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Azder feels...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just saying, yeah, he's just maybe he just doesn't feel like he needs that Spazer right now. Anyway, here's our Kraid fights.
So let's see if Azder purchased the DLC today or not. And no, he didn't. Very clean Kraid fight.
Just for a heart container, but that is one Super Metroid boss out of the way.
Yep, that's our first boss in either game down.
So as Azder's leaving, one more location to check here. The energy tank spot. Just as a super upgrade. Well, Hitaka's setting up the waterway charge. As people were talking about in chat, this doesn't require any special short charge or anything. You have just enough room up there to get into the animation, so you can set up the Shine Spark. Alright, and we're going to see Azder check out Vanilla High Jump area.
Yeah, it's just a little slow on that, killing that enemy, getting that door open, so he's got to do that again, but he's going to happy with that plasma beam, not going to spend the extra time menuing to get, to turn on Spazer.
Yeah, that is another nice beam upgrade. Not required in any way to beat the game, but you'll always take it.
It is also 1/3 of the way to the microwave beam. Just need charge and X-ray.
Meanwhile, we're seeing Hitaka take a little divergence here. He's going in a blue Brinstar that Azder chose to skip. Oh, there's our first glove.
I'd say that was a good skip. Was there anything on Vanilla Morph Ball in the meme route? I didn't see it.
Vanilla Morph Ball, I don't believe so. I think it was just missiles. Oh, but Azder gets Quake for saving the old man. That's all our medallions.
Yep. No guessing what downs you need to get to either Mire to enter Mire or Turtle Rock.
Alright, Hitaka's going into, I believe, what's called the Billy Mays room. 10 arrows and 300 rupees.
Yeah, he'll take the money, not the arrows. Let's see what Paradox Cave has for us. We got a missile pack and a bomb upgrade for now.
Hitaka's going back into Criteria.
So we got a heart piece, 20 rupees, power bomb, another heart piece, and a heart container. Paradox Cave not having anything.
It's a little bit of a surprise. It doesn't come up empty that often. And Hitaka blew that open, but he didn't. I think it was just a missed input. Oh, but there's a various suit.
Well, that's gonna make the Norfair traversal a lot easier to deal with. Hitaka taking a look at Criteria Supers. He's got Ice Beam, all these blobs. Then he's gonna do a Shine Spark up.
Just a 20 rupee drop there. But Hitaka making this play got some nice items. That's gonna stuff that Azder might put off for a little bit. We'll have to see.
Unfortunate for Azder and for Hitaka later, they're gonna have to take a coffee break.
You don't mind it as long as you both have to do it. So, I mean, yeah, it's still a little unfortunate you hate sitting here for a minute, but, as long as your opponent has to do it, you're kind of okay with it. And so what Azure did there is he set a little quick glitch, basically sets it up so the switch comes up while he's standing on it, gives him invincibility frame so he doesn't get hit by any of them. Well, Hitaka finds power, okay, I got tongue-tied there, sorry. He just found a red 20 at the vanilla bomb location. And he might be going to wrecked ship.
Yeah, I can see this as a play. Because if he's doing that save, he's gonna go after it. Or maybe not. Oh, now he's going the other way.
Yeah, this is looking like a plane to wreck ship. Which, with speed booster, is in logic. Now, Azdir sets up a quick bomb jump. Gets 50 rupees for it. I think our last item is on Moldorm.
Let's see how trolly our big worm is gonna be today.
Oh, there's the bow.
Man, Hitaka is getting the treasure trove right now.
Yeah, Hitaka's been finding some really good stuff. I don't think that's gonna elude azder so much. I think the various suit and the glove might elude him a little bit more, but yeah, those are some good finds by Hitaka as azder finishes off Moldorm, gets his first crystal and Link to the Past.
Yeah, and completes the first dungeon Link to Past for this race, and that's his second boss down.
We're gonna get a check. You can't get what's on here, and that would be the blue boomerang.
I don't think I've ever seen that flavor text before.
Yeah. So one more check here for azder. You can check Spiral Cave.
Or in this case, resident sleeper caves, because, well, no boots, so get your resident sleepers in chat, everyone. Meanwhile, Hitaka goes after the Troll Dorm. I guess this would be the Troll Dorm or Super Metroid, the Phantoon fight.
To answer a quick question in chat, you can only take what's on the tablet if you have both the Master Sword and the book. If you have the book but not the sword, you can just check it and get a hint on what's on there.
So Spiral Cave came up with an empty bottle. Let's see where Azure goes. Probably gonna go back into Upper Norfair.
Yeah, though without Varia, nothing else in Upper Norfair would be in logic. But he might elect to do some lava dives here, even though it's not in logic. See what he can find.
I believe he has the energy. We know he has a skill. Speaking of skill, Hitaka handily takes down Phantoon. That was a very quick fight. And as Hitaka finally gets his first boss down, as they're checking Crumble Tower, not liking what he sees there, gonna skip it. Let's see what Ice Beam location has. It's just another big 20. Yeah, Azder's gonna skip on that.
Now, the one good thing for azder is that because his item locations are limited, he might find that various suits and power gloves sooner rather than later. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes wrecked ship here like Hitaka did. Maybe not. Or nope, there he goes. Oh no, he's gonna check criteria power bombs and then maybe the front of Gauntlet.
If he didn't goop spark that first shine spark. But yeah, I think that was a planned play from Azder, considering that he did that hard reset. He knew that he'd already saved. If you didn't know, when you go through the portals, you automatically save. So he's using that to his advantage to get back to the ship.
Yeah, and he is going to go for wrecked ship as well, which is a good play for him. He knows he can full clear it, and there's a bunch of items over here. He should at least get his bow.
I didn't notice. Did you see if Hitaka saved before going up to...
He did save. He did. So he might do a reset here if he doesn't like what he sees. And just an energy tank. Yep, there's the reset as Azder picks up his bow.
Yeah, that was a vanilla E tank, as I said earlier.
Oop. Missed Shine Spark there as well. I think he meant to go the other way. He is a little low on health here, but he should be fine. He's got more than enough experience in this game.
Yeah, he's... Ooh, wow, I just noticed how low his health is. He doesn't have missiles, so he can't crystal flash if we want to refill. So this is gonna be fun for him.
Hitaka's up in the wreck ship attic, clearing that out. Hitaka's getting a little low on health too. He does at least have the various suit advantage that's giving him some protection that Azder doesn't have right now.
Yeah, Azder can only take 2 hits, I believe, against Phantom right now.
Oh yeah, and the other thing is Azder's missile count is low, so he's got to be careful on how he fires through this fight.
Yeah, he can't even fire. He's not gonna use his supers. He's gonna cause more trouble than it's worth. Putting Phantom in a rage state. He's got to farm for missiles.
Okay, he got 10. That's good for him. Oh, Hitaka finds Pegasus boots.
So we got a boots lock boots, I guess you can say.
I guess, yeah, you could say that.
Or a speed lock speed.
Azder, continuing through his Phantom fight, is doing well.
And he takes him down. That's his 3rd boss down.
So, Hitaka empties his reserve tank. He needs at least 180 energy for the room he's about to enter. Because he needs to do a couple damage boosts to get over these spikes. Actually, he needed less with various suits, but he makes it over.
And he did it without those damage boosts.
Well, Azder continues through the wreck ship.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know either. I don't know. I think I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
To answer a question, chat, Plasma is at High Jump Boots location. So this is kind of interesting. As they're deciding to save before going to the wreck ship E-Tank, he typically doesn't do that from the last few races I've seen, but he's gonna take it this time around.
I think he might have done that partially because his health is low. getting back out through here would be pretty risky.
Yeah, that too. That is the spiky room of death, of course.
So, Hitaka, I think the only thing we found really in Wrecked Ship that was worth it was those Pegasus boots, which are required because we need them to finish Desert, which actually Desert's full clearable now.
No power glove.
Oh, yep, you're right. Let's say
No,
it's
no,
full
wait.
clearable for Hitaka.
Yeah, I kind of caught myself there. Whoops.
Yeah. And we still haven't found a Moon Pearl. We're 50 minutes in, we don't have Dark World access. I mean, it's not uncommon in the combo randomizer, especially when the game points you to Super Metroid early. Oh, but there's the Titans bit. So we have everything for Dark World access except for the Moon Pearl.
Would
that-
it be?
Sorry, go ahead.
Would it be incredibly trolly to wish for Moon Pearl at Ridley?
Not necessarily. There's a cape. That puts the other way to get into Dark World in logic with going through Aghanim, but the only reason that would be needed at this point is if for some reason the Moon Pearl was on the pyramid. Which is really unlikely, but it's possible. But what I was gonna say though was those gloves being in Red Brinstar here. If Azder gets those, that could throw him off for those other gloves and the Varia suit for a little longer. Yeah, Hitaka's going into Red Brinstar. Gonna most likely go do Kraid next, and then he has plenty of spaces he can check in Upper Norfair. Azder does a Crystal Flash to recover his health. He was pretty low.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was doing that Shine Spark, considering he has to go through the next room. Plus, he needs a Shine Spark to get the Pegasus boots. But then he proves me wrong with that Crystal Flash. And to answer a comment in chat, Moon Pearl can't be at pedestal unless all the Light World dungeons are pendant.
And I'll say that's the other question. Shine Spark will never kill you. It will stop you on a Shine Spark if you go below 30 health, though.
Which can very much backfire. I think there was a runner in a previous Super Metroid tournament that died to Dragoon because he ran out of health on a Shine Spark and got hit immediately afterwards.
Alright, so Azder has his Pegasus boots. And we'll see where he goes from here. Hitaka gonna go take on Kraid.
Are we gonna see any DLC and prom dresses on Hitaka's side? And that's a big no, so neither one had to deal with the stand-up glitch.
And we're seeing Azder now head down into Red Brinstar as well. He'll most likely pick up that power glove. It's going to be interesting to see what he elects to do, because his options are limited without that various suits. But I think finding the bow and the power gloves is going to push him back towards Link to the Past.
But, considering that Harry did the bottom of Red Tower, I'm hoping he goes around through um whatever, it goes back to Green Bryn and then takes the beam route to Blue Bryn.
Yeah, actually, that might make more sense for him, because it's going to be one of his areas that has the most density for items at this point.
So Hitaka's not gonna take his first ship down Upper Norfair. Gonna do a little bit more than Azder did earlier, because of that very suit.
And yeah, he's heading back. Looks like he's heading back that way now. Just needs to get the gate glitch here.
Hitaka getting his plasma, gonna love that beam. And Hitaka's gonna go into Death Mountain.
He hasn't been up here yet.
I was just thinking whether he has anything he can do with the tightness spin at Death Mountain, but still no Pearl. He might try the Super Bunny glitch, but that's about it.
Yeah, he could do Super Bunny to get 2 extra items. Would be out of sequence again, but it is something extra he could do. Azder's got to be a little careful. Only at 140, and each hit he takes in this room is going to be 60 energy gone. But he does have a reserve still that's somewhat full. Actually, it should be completely full since he crystal flashed. Oh, that only lets him take 1 more hit.
He's surprisingly having issues with this room. This is kind of weird, but he finally gets it.
Oh, okay. That bonk happened at a weird time. His stream froze for just a second. I thought he might have soft locked himself for some reason.
Well, extended the funny look on Link's face, that's for sure. Hitaka's gonna find out these trash cave items, and probably gonna head up to Hera.
Alright, now Azder's done in Blue Bryn Star. Will he should head up the elevator. I don't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, he's gonna get his various suit here shortly. Now Hitaka gets through Disappointment Paradox Cave. His next stop is likely going to be a Tower of Hera, since he can full clear that. Azder gets his various suits. I got a little happy to see that. But he's not gonna go off for the Criteria Super Spot. Oh, he has no power bombs, that's why.
Yeah, no power bombs, very little energy. He wouldn't be able to get far with that. Which is also why he's not checking Omega missiles. He's just gonna go to see what the bomb Chorizo has. Which was just the big 20, as I believe Hitaka already went there.
Yeah. And he's gonna go up to Alcatraz to get out of here. And Asder's heading back to Link to the Past for now. We're still on the hunt for a Moon Pearl, though. Dark World is still not accessible for us. And interestingly, Asder comes up to Death Mountain. The only thing I can think he might do up here is that... oh, nope, he's going to Norfair. That's why he came up here.
Yep, with that various suit available, he can go to Bubble Mountain. But he still needs power bombs.
Well, he'll get some here.
Yeah, I forgot about those enemies at the Frog Speedway. The only other play he could have done was go beat Armos Knights in Eastern.
Well, he does also have Landmolas in Desert, but that is a pendant. And that'd be about the worst places you could find the Moon Pearl at this point, is either Armos in Eastern or Landmo in Desert. Because those are places you're probably not going back to for a while.
Yeah, especially since they've already practically full cleared both of them.
I think that's a vanilla reserve tank along with the X-ray scope.
So now we're a charge beam away from the microwave beam. To anybody wondering what I'm referring to, you're in the vanilla Super Metroid, you're supposed to get plasma after beating Dragon. However, because of this randomizer, the plasma does some funny things to Dragon and Watoon if you have the charge beam and the X-ray scope. It causes them to be pretty much nearly one hit killed because of how the plasma works, which is it attacks like every single frame it's on screen.
So nothing at the vanilla speed booster spot. Chat did point out there's a couple more options in Light World Link to the Past with those boots. Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb are also in Logic at this point. And we also do have Sick Kid. Note neither runner's checked Sick Kid yet. I think no, they have checked Gina. Oh, there's the Moon Pearl.
At least I was right, that was gonna be Norfair, but oh, Mirror too. That's very good for a wave beam location.
Yeah, nice little combo there. So Moon Pearl Mirror, that opens up a lot of Link to the Past.
Yeah, including Swamp Palace for one thing. Plus, they can get that second sword that's on Lake Hylia Island.
I'm actually looking at what they've got. Is there any dungeons they can't clear in Link to the Past at this point? I guess technically Meyer. You don't have access to Meyer yet, but that's it. And if they do a out of sequence break here in Super Metroid, they potentially have access to everything in Link to the Past at this point.
You know, I think you might be right. This could just be a gravity suit in gold. A logical gravity suit, that is. I'm very much sure that Azder can do suitless Meridia. I'm not sure about Hitaka though.
But here's our crystal check. We got Pendant Thieves and Pendant Swamp. So we do need Meyer access.
Yeah, it's a green pendant for swamp, a 5-6 crystal at pod, so both 5-6 crystals at the same spot in both worlds.
Now we do also need one more thing for Link to the Past. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say we also need another sword, but they know where a second sword is.
Yep, that Lake Hylia Island.
And Aster's at 50 supers? I mean, ammo would be a little concerning, but I mean, you pick up a few more expansions. These runners could start thinking about Go mode soon. At least Asder could. And I think Asder is gonna go for the lava dive here to get to Lower Norfair.
And that's exactly what he's gonna do. I believe...
Oh, I just missed it. Hitaka picked up gravity.
Oh, where was gravity? Was that
Super Bunny Cave?
So, Upper Norfair dive to Wave Gate area. Sorry, Wave Beam area. Then you have to go to Dark Death Mountain. East side of Dark Death Mountain, excuse me.
So, I'm really trying to think this through. I think we're Go mode. At least no mode for us.
Yeah, that's funny. This is a very fast no mode. Oh, there's a charge beam at the west side Bonk Rocks.
Wow. This scene got interesting fast.
Yeah, so if Azzer really wants to avoid doing a suitless Merida, he needs to go to east side Death Mountain.
Well, he can go. Looks like he's gonna finish desert, even though it's a pendant.
He almost forgot he does have the big key.
And for Hitaka, right now, the big thing he needs to do is go into Upper Norfair, and he's doing that. If he goes to Wave Beam area, he'll get the stuff that'll essentially put him in Go mode. Oh, but he's heading towards Ice Beam first.
And meanwhile, Asder is gonna go to Meyer. Because he doesn't know where gravity is, he's gonna full clear this, and we can't really blame him for that.
But Chad brings up an interesting point. He didn't go to Meyer's shed. I think he's goal moding. I don't think he's going to worry about gravity. I think he's just going to go.
Yeah, I know that hindsight is the 2020, but I'm not sure if I fully agree with this. I mean, there could have been another sword. There could have been silvers in the shed, but hey, I'm just a commentator.
Meanwhile, Hitaka unfortunately is making A move that's not going to really pay off for him. He's going for Crocomire. Now, he could still find stuff here that would help him. Like mail upgrades, potentially a sword upgrade, silver arrows. Any of that could still give him something that'll help him out, but we know he's not going to find progression here.
Meanwhile, Azder got the Godmire. It was the big key was in the Spike Room chest.
Yeah, this is pretty evident. Azder thinks he's in go mode. And he's going to go mode it. He knows where a sword upgrade is. This isn't an easy finish, though. Green Mail, Master Sword. Especially coming up with this boss fight he's about to do with Vitreous.
He's short on arrows to completely kill him, but he does have half magic. He also has cape, so he could do those strats.
He can do fighter sword spins, but that's... I don't know if half magic would be enough to finish it off that way. He'll have to do some normal strats here. We'll see what way he goes. Okay, he's gonna do 2 arrows, and he's gonna do arrows and the eyeballs to start.
And most likely save 8 for the last big eyeball.
Yeah. And he's gonna do cape and fighter sword spins to finish these off. Oh, Hitaka finds another sword. So if he goes to pick up that sword from Lake Hylia, he'll have tempered, which could be an advantage over Azder.
And he got space jump from grapple beam. So Hitaka, this croc check, while not helpful in terms of super progression, this actually is pretty good for him.
Yeah, I'm thinking whatever time he's going to spend down here will be made up by whatever he grabs. And Azder is going back into the Super Metroid. He's going to go through Lower Norfair and take out Ridley. And I thought space jump, that's a bit of a tricky jump, but Azder gets it. So for Hitaka, he just needs to go to the wave beam area. And I gotta imagine that's on his list right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine him skipping wave beam at this point since it's on the way.
So while I'm looking at this, while Azder seems to be ahead, Hitaka's going to have some really nice quality of life items that is going to make a lot of this easier for him. So this is a pretty close race right now.
Yeah, aside from the gravity suit, Azder probably will be hoping for another sword upgrade besides that Master Sword on Lake Hylia item.
Well, that'll be Tempered Sword. Oh, we're just talking about Azder. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because Master Sword spin, Silverless, not gonna be fun by any stretch of the means.
And shout outs to pointing out, Azder needs to also keep in mind his final ammo counts. I think at this point he's just hoping that he'll get the extra ammo he needs from normal checks.
Yeah, like this one, well, not technically normal check, but it's on the way. The power bomb's a shame.
Alright, Hitaka picks up a reserve tank in that X-ray scope. Hitaka does have the method for the microwave beam at this point.
Yeah, I fully expect to see some electrified shrimp very shortly. Well, not shortly, but pretty soon.
As they're going into the Ridley fights, plenty of supers to take this down. He only needs 30 to finish off Ridley. Does have to watch his health a little bit, but he should be plenty experienced to do this.
Yep, Azder's manipulating Ridley to do the pogo strats only, and I believe Ridley should be dead. Yep, he is.
And he's not even going to check that item, or... Okay, he is. I thought he was just going to leap out of there.
And he's just kind of ignoring, just getting doesn't need the cash, and believe actually Hitaka's in go mode right now, even without the mirror, because swamp isn't required.
Yep, Hitaka is in go mode. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't know what to do at this point.
I think, is he gonna go straight to Ridley first?
He'll probably go to he'll probably do Meyer and Ridley together. Similar to how Azder did it.
And regarding Draga, most likely both runners are gonna take the dark ice rod cave portal.
Yeah. Yep, his Taka's going down. He will likely go into Meyer. He'll do that and then head over and do Ridley quick while he's down here. Azder does have to be a little careful. His health's a bit low.
Yes, considering the next couple rooms he has here, the key hunter rooms, they hit like a truck.
Yeah. So he's gonna take the save for safety. Hitaka's not going for the glitch, the gate glitch. He's just gonna go take out. He's gonna take out the Chorizo. Yeah, gold Chorizo. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, Azder's got to be careful. He's down to 14 and change in terms of health.
A few more supers, that'll help him, but he's milking his health for every little bit he can get. Oh, that's another quality of life item for Hitaka with the powder.
And just the Fisher Price shield above Golden Trezo. He's not going to bother with that.
Oh, there's a little bit of an upgrade for Azder and Blue Mail. That'll help out. Hitaka's got Golden Chorizo down.
Let's see what the Franker Z room has. It's more supers. Azder's gonna like that. Now he's gotta be very careful here with those key hunters. While there is that little bit of hole there they can shoot the plasma beam with, they sometimes, though rarely, can drop down.
Alright, he's through the worst of this. So, kind of just taking stock of where these runners are. Azder is definitely ahead, but with the extra items Hitaka has, he's in really good shape. He could still easily catch up.
Yeah, Hitaka is gonna love the Godmire here.
So at this point, if you're Azder, you're probably heading back into Link to the Past. You're going to start taking out dungeons. Though I think the first thing he'll do, or one of the first things he'll do, is grab that Master Sword that he knows is on Lake Hylia.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to deal with any more the bosses with just fighter sword.
And yeah, he's heading straight over there. Then most likely he'll leap over and do Eastern Pod. From there, after that, basically you can do the dungeons in any order. Really, I don't think there's much of an advantage either way. He might go Sword to Ice Palace, as chat just brought up. Or wait, why is he going into Swamp? Okay. That was... I think he might have forgotten his dungeons for a minute there. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, he had a bit of a brain fart.
Okay, he's gonna grab his master. Actually, chat brought up a good point. He might go into ice right after this. Or maybe not.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go to ice, considering he is just right here. So we got Azder going to Pod right now, paying off Kiki the Extortionist Monkey. Hitaka in the meantime is heading down to Vitria. Hitaka has a few more arrows than Azzer had in comparison. But he's gonna go with Cape and Master Sword Spin Slashes, which I agree with. This is gonna take a little bit. It can be a little bit faster. Plus, he can damage the big eyeball at the same time. As they're deciding to check the east side, the Bowlock side of the pod, probably hoping for the big key on this side and make it a god pod. No pun intended. And nope, not a god pod, just more small keys.
Alright, so I got Hitaka on his way to Ridley. Azder's working through Pod. Gonna go to Eastern, most likely right after this. It's weird to call a seed where you do have like a morph ball go mode, or not morph ball, Moon Pro go mode. But I mean, that's what essentially what we had today for those of you who kind of joined late. Moon Pro was late, but it turned out to be our go mode item.
Yeah, that's one of the better go mode items for that matter, up there with Titan's Mid, so it means just a lot less checks to do. Because both items pretty much lock out a good portion, like the latter half of Link to the Past.
Yeah, I can't do anything in Link to the Past in the Dark World without the Moon Pro. And then a late gravity suit made sure that they wouldn't go diving Meridia and take a lot of time for that or anything.
So Azure finally found the big key in the Dark U room. It's gonna head straight to Helmasaur King.
Ooh, ran out of arrows, but there's some pots with arrows in here, so that's not a big deal.
And he made a point to prioritize the red Gorilla instead of the green ones first with the arrows.
Alright, so Hitaka about to take on Ridley. Azder going to Helmasaur. I mean, there's... It's weird in a scene like this, there's not a lot left to talk about. Azder's hoping to find some extra safeties to help him through the end of it, just to get a little faster, but... I mean, we know where a lot of those are. Charge Beam is at Bonk Rocks. A third sword is in the Crocomire area. Powder is at above Golden Torizo, and we know Azur's not going to get any of those. He might still find silvers, that could help him.
Also, Space Jump at the Grapple Beam location. And Hitaka handily takes down Ridley very quickly. And Azure takes down Helmasaur very quickly as well.
So third crystal dungeon down for Azure, third boss down for Hitaka, third Super Metroid boss down for Hitaka. And Azur's just going to mirror into Eastern quick. One item left in here. It'll be on the Armos Knights. The biggest thing for Azure at this point is getting to Dragoon, which will be fine. He should be able to do without the gravity suit. But Hitaka's going to get there a lot faster. Now, if Azure elects to hold on Dragoon until late in case he finds the gravity suit, that might be his best bet. And he could easily find it on the climb up to GT. So we'll have to see how he plays that.
I would imagine that the climb up to Turtle Rock and GT, he will check Super Bunny Cave, which is where gravity was found, so that might help him.
But he's probably got a lot of dungeons to finish before that's on his mind. He's got to get it to Eastern, then he still has Skullwoods and Ice Palace to do, which both will be quick. Hitaka grabs that blue mail as well. Hitaka trying to just basically rush through these key hunters, taking a bit of damage, but he's fine.
Yeah, it looked like he had a fairly good enough health to tank all that hits.
Oh,
I mean,
I was,
I'll go ahead.
I was off on my items. Almost didn't have an item on them. But yeah, Azder's through Armos. That's his 4th Link to the Past dungeon done. Yeah, at this point, Azder has a 2, well, maybe more like a 1.5 dungeon lead on Hitaka. But again, it might come down to, does Azder get the gravity suit or not?
Yeah, because, like... Sorry, he is at Ice Palace, even though he didn't... He is at the Ice Palace area. He is also pretty close to Dark Ice Rod Cave, which, again, is the portal to Meridia, so he could do that. But I'm not seeing it very likely.
No, Hitaka is going to go through this portal. He's most likely going to grab that Tempered Sword. That's a big upgrade for your sword in Link to the Past. So you're always going to grab that when you can.
Yes, no spins required against Ganon. Just gotta do a few slashes here and there, and a lot of other bosses will go down pretty quickly.
Yeah. If this was between Tempered and Gold, you might skip it, because the upgrade is not as big. But from Master to Tempered, this is huge. And Hitaka is going to do Ice Palace right now. Or maybe not. No, he's going to go do Dragon first.
Yeah, he's right here. He just needs to take this portal. Take it out very quickly. Probably going to route into Ice Palace and then Pod and Eastern afterwards.
Now, Hitaka might elect to take use the energy refill station. He's a bit low. I imagine he'd be fine, but he might still elect to just take the safety there.
But he doesn't. Then again, he does have the full microwave beam, so it's not going to be as troublesome for him against Dragon.
That's true. You know, as we're talking here, Azder's almost through Ice Palace. Go mode Ice Palace is one of the quickest dungeons in the game. Especially with the Ice Palace bomb jump. He is checking a couple chests on the way, just in case he finds something useful. He also has to be a little careful. He's down to 1.5 hearts. Any hit from... Basically, any hit from Cold Stare will take him down. And Hitaka pretty much just microwaved that shrimp.
Yep, very quick kill. Doesn't have to worry about it. Is he gonna check that in? Nope, he remembers he's on go mode. He doesn't need to check that item.
Right, you know, Azder's got the shell down on Cold Stare. He's gonna fire rod it down. Has to be careful as he's doing this. Yeah, but with half magic and fire rod, that went down really quickly.
Yeah, he started off with the bombs medallion. Uh, doesn't have to use as much magic, and then he used the fire rod to kill off the puff.
And now here's the question for Azder: will he go straight for Dragon? No, he's not. I think he is hoping to find that gravity suit to get through there faster.
Let's see if he'll check the bonk rocks here before he goes to Skull. No, he's not.
So he won't have charge beam, but he should have more than enough ammo at this point. And where is Hitaka planning to go? Or this might be his Eastern pod play. He might just be going through this portal.
Yeah, without the flute, this would be faster.
Yeah, that's true. So Azder's still kind of holding the lead between these two, but still a lot to play.
Yeah, it all comes down to really if Azder does pick up that gravity suit. And also the mask, whether he gets tempered or silvers along the way.
And Hitaka's working through pods. The big key here was in the U room, so he's gonna have to clear out a good chunk of it.
At least he opts to not go to the bull lock side for now, since there was only 2 small keys there. Meanwhile, Azder burned them off, and he's got his second last crystal, i.e. the 6th crystal. Now off the TR.
And this is going to be, this climb up of Death Mountain is going to be a big moment, if he goes through Super Bunny Cave or not.
Yep, it looks like he's going to Super Bunny Cave.
We'll find out in a second if he uses this portal or not. He's not. He's skipping it, at least for now. He could still come back through on his way out. But he might not.
No, I'm not. If he didn't take that portal down there, I'm really not seeing him going out his way after beating Trinax.
Now, I don't think this is the end of the world for Azder. I think his lead is big enough. He still might be able to do Suitless Meridia and maintain it. But this is definitely going to cost him some time if he doesn't check that.
And turns out we only needed bombos for the medallion required to see.
Yep, double bombos for Meyer and Turtle Rock. Now, Azder's working his way through Turtle Rock. This dungeon isn't too much different between Go mode and non-Go mode. You generally have to do the same things either way. You might be able to skip a few chests, but beyond that, it's pretty much the same dungeon either way.
Yeah, the most you'll probably skip out on is the vanilla big key chest and laser bridge.
Hitaka's got his big key. He also grabbed an energy tank for a little more safety there. So at this point, we're kind of just taking a stock where we are. Azder's got 6 crystals and 3 Super Metroid bosses down, but the one he hasn't done is Dragoon, which will take a bit of time. Hitaka's got all the Super Metroid bosses done except Mother Brain. He just has 5 crystals to get, most of which will be quick. And one other thing to note with the combo randomizer is Ganon's Tower. The way the combo randomizer works is that progression for Super Metroid will never be locked in Ganon's Tower. So even though logically it could happen, the game just doesn't do that. I think it's because it assumes that if you're going through Ganon's Tower, it's because you're going to clear the game.
It was basically programmed so you don't pretty much, I guess, bum rush to Ganon's Tower. You like do the games consecutively. The developers wanted so you go back and forth between the 2 games.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, as Chat's pointing out, there are still some items that could help him in Ganon's Tower. It just wouldn't be considered progression for the games.
Let's see if Azder gets another key at this double roller room.
There's a small risk skipping the big chest if the other key you're gonna grab is there, but never mind.
Yep, he doesn't have to head to Laser Bridge, doesn't have to head to Big Chest. He's pretty lucky in that regard, so that's, I guess you could call that a god TR.
About as close as you're gonna get. Hitaka picks up his 3rd crystal, gonna mirror over and do Easter next. And Azder is about to take on Trinex. He'll likely elect to use Hammer with the rods. It's a little faster when you have Master Sword. This fight will be a little slower than Hitaka's will be, most likely, because Hitaka will have that tempered. Alright. Azder making good progress. Remembers to switch before the head starts to explode.
Also just decides to machine gun the fire rod shot since it does a pretty good chunk of damage. Nice spin, 3 hammer shots, and the Trinex is down.
And that is going to be the 7th crystal for Azder. So he is likely headed to GT. And with that, we're going to start a quick game as he's about to head to GT. So, in chat, get your guesses in 1 to 22. Where do you think that big key will be? And we're also going to find out, is he going to stop in Super Bunny Cave? He's going into Hookshot Cave.
This is an interesting play. I wasn't expecting him to do this.
Will he find anything here, though? He doesn't. No, Super Bunny's right next door. He's skipping Super Bunny.
Oh boy, this is not going to be good for him. Meanwhile, Hitaka just took down the Armos Knight, so he has 4 crystals.
Yeah, Hitaka's looks like he's going to Ice Palace. As azder is entering GT. All right.
Number 1.
Okay. That's it. This couldn't get much faster. Wow. Closest guess was Kragon with 8.
Okay, I don't know what the heck happened there. As they're still checking a few more chests, I guess he wants to see if there's any good quality of life items here.
So yeah, also the other thing with the game I didn't get to mention, you had to be a supporter of the stream, a subscriber to the stream, or donated 250 bits or more to be eligible for the leaderboard. So yes, there were some of you who did get better guesses in. Unfortunately, that's how our game works. So azder's doing his climb. Hitaka is in Ice Palace, still has 3 crystals to get. And at this point, the question is this. Once azder's done here, will the length of time it takes him to clear Dragoon be enough for Hitaka to catch up?
Yeah, not just Dragon, but also Ganon, considering he's on Master Sword.
That's the other. Yeah, that is another good point. Master Sword. That's Master Sword versus Tempered is at least an extra 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Oh, and it is silverless too. Oh man, I forgot about that part. That could be an easy extra 2 minutes in the fight for azder.
Yeah, he's doing like what, 40 spins total, something like that.
You need 52 spins total in Master Sword Silverless Ganon. 12 for phase 1, 12 for phase 2, 4 for phase 3, and 24 in phase 4.
Ouch. Like, ouch. In contrast for Hitaka, was it 12, 12, 4, and 12? And that's just...
That's 12 slashes, 12 slashes, 4 slashes, 12 spins. So for azder, he really wants to find those silvers in the top here. Hitaka grabs his 5th crystal. He'll be off to Skullwoods next.
How much time would Silver's mitigate for Azder compared to Hitaka? Since if the Silvers are up here, would they help Azder enough?
I think it would. We're about to find out. 20 rupees, piece of heart. Two more chests that can be in. Energy tank, that'll help a little bit in Super Metroid. He also does have the lamp and half magic, so that'll help with lighting the torch. But I don't think he has any potions.
No, I believe he only has a bee and an empty bottle.
Alright, last chest. Piece of heart. We've got Master Sword Silverless likely incoming. He does have one more place he can check before the Ganon fight, though. He never checked we never saw a pyramid. There is an item on there. He might check that before dropping down.
That would be a very worthwhile check in this case. It won't take him too long.
Alright, Azder starts with a double.
Only gets one there. The blue ball screwed him up there.
2, 1, 2. One more hit should take us to take Aga down.
And there you go. That's our geometry lesson for today. Or sorry, trigonometry, excuse me.
Alright. So as they're about to hit the Ganon, there is that item on the side of the pyramid he can check. He's not checking, he's just dropping into Ganon. No potions, he has only 6 hearts. This is going to be an interesting fight. Over on Hitaka's side, he has his 6th crystal. He's on his way up Death Mountain now.
I think as there's about 3 spins away from next phase.
He should be in phase 2 now. And that's a perfect setup for phase 2. He should be able to one-cycle phase 2 here. Not quite. He'll need a second cycle to get through phase 2. And he's gotta stop using his cape. He needs to save the rest of his magic for Silverless Master Sword spins.
Now on to phase 3, to the earthquake phase.
He's already got his lamp out. He knows he needs to hit that torch glitch.
Wow, Ganon was actually pretty nice to Azder there, no teleports.
And he confirmed the silvers were in his tower.
So they were deep in a basement, ouch.
And this is dance chat. Azder has no potions. If he runs out of magic, or he runs too low on health, he can't do anything. He's got to do this with what he's got right now.
I'm wondering if he should switch the lamp fairly soon.
I'm not even sure how many spins he's at this point. Yeah, using the fire rod gives you a shot at triples on the per light, but he if he's not close to done, this is potentially trouble. He's got to switch to lamp. Okay, Ganon is down.
That was pretty close. Get your single G's in chat for Azder. He's finished A Link to Past, now to take on Dragoon and to take on Mother Brain.
Does the save and quit, then he's going to do his hard reset. And he'll probably most likely head straight back to Link to the Past, get to the Dark World portal. Actually, he probably would have just saved and quit if he had done that. I'm kind of curious what his move is here. Okay, he's going to start by refilling his ammo. He's probably doing an ammo check to make sure he has enough.
I'm actually not sure if that's enough for Mother Brain.
Hitaka on his side, he's got to be careful. These chain chomps are giving him trouble. Oh, that's a death. That won't set him back too far, but that still hurts.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is he needs to get that key in the chest of the chain chomp bro.
Yeah, the problem with getting go mode so fast in a seat like this is you don't get as much health. So you got to be a little more careful as you go.
Yeah, not enough health, maybe not enough ammo.
The one advantage Hitaka does have, though, is he has the powder. So he can get fairies if he needs to.
Unfortunately, no bug net to catch them, but he should be fine.
But here's where the race is basically coming down to. Azder is about to head into Meridia without gravity. He needs to basically get through this before Hitaka finishes GT and Ganon. I think Azder still has a lead here, but we'll see how he plays it.
And also another thing that might come into play, I'm not completely sure if it will, is that Azder doesn't have charge beam, so he can't do the stand-up glitch, but Hitaka does. I'm wondering, sorry, not stand-up glitch. What that is it stand-up? Yeah, it is stand-up glitch. That might help Hitaka a little bit if he knows the stand-up glitch.
So Hitaka is going to do a quick check that we haven't seen yet. Oh, just a compass. So at this point, it's just cold execution for Azder. He just needs to get. All right, that's one room down. Hitaka almost through Turtle Rock. He's getting close to Trinex. For anybody who's here late, the gravity suit was in Super Bunny Cave, and Azder passed on it. Gravity Suit was in Super Bunny Cave. Space Jump was in the Crocomire area at Grapple Beam. And I'm not sure what else here he could have gotten.
Charge was at the Bonk Rocks, which Hitaka got as well.
Alright, Hitaka through the first phase of Trinex, going into phase 2. Trinex down for Hitaka, and that's an early GT big key. Alright, Elminster's through this, or Azder, sorry. I don't know who I'm talking about there.
Okay, I thought it was my job to mix up names, not yours.
Yeah. Okay. Azder is heading into the Dragon fight as Hitaka is opening GT. At this point for Hitaka, he just needs to kill Ganon and Mother Brain.
Okay, it looks like Azure might be doing the Shine Spark suit. Sorry, Shine Spark. Crystal Flash suit. I could be wrong. Please correct me, chat.
Alright, Hitaka's got his keys. He's beginning his climb.
Ooh, Azure might have gotten that grab a little too early for the Shine Spark. Sorry, Crystal Flash suit.
Down to 27. And he gets the Crystal Flash off. Not much left in Dragon, only a few more supers.
Oh, gets grabbed again. He's got to get out.
Hitaka's climbing. Dragon's down. Alright. Azder just has to escape Meridia.
That's part 1 down. Now for the X-ray climb.
Hitaka is on Landmos 2. He is closing this gap quickly.
Yeah, this is getting to be a very close race right now.
Basically, the leader is going to be whether Hitaka clears Ganon first or Azder escapes Meridia first.
And Azzer is having a lot of trouble with this X-ray climb right now. He needs to get properly set up in the door. Plus, then he could do X-ray wiggles. Use X-ray and wiggle up the wall to get out of Dragon's room. To answer a question in chat, X-ray isn't out of bounds glitch. It's considered a minor glitch considering how long it takes to set up, I believe.
And Asder's is taking this. He might be looking up how to do this. It is legal if you need resources during a race to look them up as long as they're readily available. So you can do Google searches and stuff during a race if you need to.
Yeah, this is why we allow the runners to have trackers as well. I'm beginning to wonder when was the last time Azder practiced this glitch.
I'm not sure. Remember, he took the save here, so even if he's basically committed to this move. And Hitaka is on Aga 2. Aga 2 down. Go ahead.
I'm beginning to think that Hitaka might be in the lead right now.
Yeah. I think at this point Hitaka has the lead. So for those of you who joined us late, Azder basically skipped the gravity suits. I mean, it was in Super Bunny Cave. Hitaka grabbed that. And that's probably the reason why we are where we are at this point. Now remember, Hitaka still has to do a silverless fight here, and he has no potions like Azder did in the... Oh, never mind, he did pick up a red potion.
To answer a question in chat, yes, both runners don't have silvers because they were deep in the basement of Ganon's tower, and as Ganon's going to tell us later, they are in this tower, but Big Key was number 1, so...
Alright, here's silverless phase for Ganon. Hitaka has the torch glitch. Nine more spins to go. It's halfway there. Just 4 more spins for Hitaka. Does azder have it?
No, he does not. But get your single G's in chat for Hitaka as he took down Ganon and is finished with the Link to the Past. Now he has to go after Mother Brain. And yeah, he's firmly in the lead now. He's gonna go after it very quickly. You know, there's a hard irony to this for Azder. The time he's taking to do this X-ray climb, it is a lot more than had he just checked Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, unfortunately, to be fair, you can't always look at it that way. Because there was no way azder knew that there was going to be gravity suit there. For all he knew, it could have been buried in Swamp Palace. And I mean, at some point, you just got to trust what you know. You have to go with what you feel comfortable with. Okay, I think he's got it. Yeah, he's got the climb, but unfortunately, it's too late for him as Hitaka is on his way to Turian. And Hitaka is set up well here. He's got charge, he's got ice, he's got plasma, got plenty of supers, plenty of regular missiles. He's got everything he could want for this.
Plus, ice as well, ice and or speed to do the Zebetite skip as well.
And I think Elminster's out. So azder just has to get through this. Yeah, he's taking the save. He doesn't want to do that again.
Wow. Meanwhile, Hitaka looks like he's gonna set up for the baby skip. This might be a problem because he doesn't have weight beam, and unfortunately, he gets caught early.
All right. Well, Hitaka's through the baby Metroid.
Hitaka gonna do a quick recharge. Now on his way to the break.
So depending on how fast azder gets out of here, he might still have a chance here if Hitaka makes a mistake on the Mother Brain fights. I mean, this race is definitely not over. Hitaka still has to execute Mother Brain.
Hitaka foregoing the Zebetite skit, doing the ice clip without weight beams is not impossible, but it is a little more finicky.
All right, azder is almost out of Meridia. here comes phase 2 Mother Brain for Hitaka. There's the reset for Azder. He's going to go back to the ship, refill his ammo, and go for Mother Brain. But Hitaka's on phase 2.
Do you think Hitaka will go for a stand-up glitch without the wave beam?
It's a good question. I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, it looks like a yes, because he just went up down to 700 plus health.
So yeah, he's going for stand-up glitch. All right. So an interesting little piece of information actually coming in from our tracker. There's approximately 75 locations in between the two games that neither runner checked. That's pretty amazing for this. Okay, Hitaka's got the stand-up glitch going as Azder is down in Deturian.
And down goes the baby. Time for the hyper beam. See how many shots Hitaka needs. So I'd say roughly about 20.
All right. And Hitaka is just an escape away.
So next question becomes kill or save the animals. I think we know what the answer is going to be though.
All right, Hitaka making good workouts. Elmton just starts off to get through the baby a little quicker.
Also facing right to save those frames.
All right, Hitaka is almost out.
Very close to sub 220. Can he make it out?
He's almost at the ship. And get your GGs in the chat. Hitaka finishes this race first place. Official SRL time, 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 1 second. He said he fumbled the dot done, otherwise he would have had a sub 220.
Get your GGs in chat for Hitaka has now gone 4-1 in the group stages, the Swiss round. Let's see if we can get Hitaka in chat. Hitaka, GG's on that incredible run.
Thanks. That was absolutely incredible. What a seed.
Yeah, it was a very jet seed. You guys, it kind of started slow, but the late start kind of opened up after you guys got speed booster from East.
Yeah. Also, I'm mad because it would have been 219, but I didn't hit that done right away.
Oh, azder almost ran out of health there. He had to reset.
Yeah, he took a catch-up beam. Oh man.
So, how did you like? Aside from what we just talked about, how did you feel about the seed overall?
The greatest jet seed of all time. And there was nothing in like the entirety of like the Dark World except the gravity suit, which I just happened to get with Super Bunny, so that was amazing.
So I mean, when you got that Moon Pearl, and how long did it take you to realize you were in go mode?
While I was fighting GT, I thought, what do I still need? And then I went over it all in my head, and I thought, wait, am I in go mode? And then I went over it again and realized that yes, in fact, I was. Because I think I got mirrored Moon Pearl at like 115 or something.
Yeah, Moon Pearl was officially go mode for you.
Yeah.
I think Elminster or azder. I keep doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I think azder also decided when he hits he got that Moon Pearl that he was essentially in go mode.
He didn't. He said he didn't do Croc, so he must have been at level 1 sword at the time. So Mir would have gotten a Master Sword, so that would be go mode for him. Yeah.
Yeah, he never did Croc, so he didn't get the Master Sword there. He didn't get Space Jump. Didn't get any of that.
And unfortunately, he also didn't get gravity beam, gravity suits at in the Super Bunny cave.
Yeah, he had to take his turn to X-ray climb. So, like, how close was it? Like, if he had gotten X-ray climb first try, like, how close would it have been?
If he got it his first try, he might have had the lead here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. I don't remember how much long he exactly spent on that climb. Yeah, chat's saying if he got a first try, he probably would have won this.
He also didn't get charge beam from the Bach rocks. He skipped over that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was just on a whim. I decided to check the 2 boots location by Sanctuary. And also, another thing that I did that was important was I did Upper Norfair first because I thought about doing Lower Norfair first because that route's cleaner because you exit right in Bubble Mountain where all the items are. But because I got Gravity, I knew that Lower Norfair was logically behind either Flute or Moon Pearl. So I was hoping I would find either of those in Upper Norfair, which would then let me do Mire. If it was Flute, I could come back to Mire whenever. And if it was Moon Pearl, I could just do Mire immediately in Lower Norfair. And nobody ever found Flute, so it's a good thing that worked out.
Just a quick update for chat. azder did forfeit, and I think he just did that for the fun of it. So we'll see if we can get Azder in here as well.
I think he went to bed.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but well, I mean, it was a good race by him. I don't think either of us blame him at all, or anybody blames him for making the decisions he did. Because for all he knew, Gravity was buried somewhere in a dungeon, in a pendant dungeon.
Oh yeah, Gravity could have been anywhere in like the entire Dark World and Link to the Past. So yeah, I just completely lucked out with finding it with that one random Super Bunny check.
Yeah.
For me, it was kind of interesting. After he beat TR and on his way to GT, he checked Hookshot Cave, but he didn't check Super Bunny Cave, which was next door.
Yeah, at this point, as I was saying earlier, it's basically go mode whenever you feel comfortable with it being go mode, and he decided he was comfortable with it, so you can't blame him at all for trying it. If he
definitely.
Yeah, well, he could do it, go for it.
Like, if I had done the same thing and I was in go mode minus Gravity suit, I would have done the same thing. So.
And we know that Azder is very comfortable with suitless Meridia. It's just this one thing that X-ray climb that kind of threw him off.
Yeah, like if he had grapple instead to do the grapple escape, he would have nailed that one. I think he's a lot more practiced in that one because X-ray climb is kind of an older strat that isn't used that often. Because it's really slow, so you don't do it unless you really have to.
So with that, you go to 4-1. You're in a pretty good position to be in the bracket. How are you feeling about that?
Surprised.
Anything specifically you're surprised about?
Well, I'm somewhat surprised I beat Azder because I've come ahead of him a couple times, but like 90% of the time he beats me because obviously he's one of the top runners of this.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's just pointing out that 4-1 isn't guaranteed to be in the brackets. You'll probably be in the tiebreaker race.
Yeah. Isn't the tiebreaker race going to be like everybody but one person qualifies for brackets or something?
I believe so.
Like just don't be last.
Yeah, I think it's essentially kind of like a battle royale. Essentially, I think that's how some other race. I think that's how another game does it. Basically, whoever's last is eliminated.
I feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who else is in that 4-1 group, but I know there are some pretty big names in it. But yeah, as long as you can make sure you're not last, you'll make it in.
Well, I have the stats up. I see Solsky, Superintendent Taylor, and Strizer are all 4-0. And then Kakariko, J Chalk, Pika Pals, Reiko Rider, Zosti, HCF Wesker Breakdown, Andy, Ose, well, not you, Hitaka, since you just won, and Total are at 3-1. So, any final thoughts for the seed for this race?
World Racky in a randomizer, which is pretty meaningless. Someone will beat it eventually. Someone will get like 215 or something with a God Seed.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a pretty good accomplishment to say that you were able to clear one of these seeds so fast. Well, GG on the race. Also, GG to azder. He put up a really good race there.
Yeah,
And
I'm definitely gonna have to watch this one back.
Yeah, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this tiebreaker plays off, and see if he can make it to the bracket. All right, yeah, have a good night there. So I think with that, we'll close up here. Just want to thank our tracker, Death by Snoo Snoo, and also my co-commentator, Sariu X, for joining me here.
And thank you for joining me as well, Brewers fan JP.
So looking ahead, we have a lot coming up on the schedule for tomorrow. I believe there's 5 races on the schedule for tomorrow, starting at 12:30 Eastern. We have Trucker and Dr. Bob Tastic facing off on Speed Gaming. Then at 2:30 we've got Ose versus J-Chalk on Speed Gaming 3. 5:30 we've got Epi 37 versus Cantaloupe Me on Speed Gaming 2. At 8:30 we've got Ivan versus Lachlan on Speed Gaming. And at 9:30 is Lenofis versus Maniacal on Speed Gaming 2. A lot of good matches tomorrow.
A lot of good matches, a lot of great runners, so be there, please.
Yeah, definitely make sure to check out tomorrow. Follow this tournament as we're in the final week of Swiss, and we're getting close to those top 8 brackets. So definitely keep an eye on this tournament. Yeah, with that, I think we'll close out here for the night. Yep, it's been good commentating, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, please follow our runners. Please follow our commentators. Well, and tracker. Well, not me. I don't actually stream. Well, see you tomorrow. See you next missions.